Yo, what's up YouTube? This is Brain Damage bringing you another audio commentary right here. Let's get this game started. This is going to be a 2v2 game with me and a friend playing against just some other guys doing placement matches. So these are actually some special games, as they are not normal ladder games or anything like that. They are the placement matches, and let's start off by going through the positions. So down here in the bottom left corner we've got Sonic Dude, who's going to be Protoss player, my ally. Over here we've got myself, Stars Brain, playing as Zerg, and then up here our enemies are going to be Vidun, Terran player, and in the purple, Gunfighter, also a Terran player. So these matches were actually quite funny. I'm not going to give away any details of what exactly happened or anything like that, because you'll find out yourself in just a minute. But nonetheless, they were quite entertaining matches, and I thought, yeah, it's definitely worth to cast them. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've got some live streaming sessions going on and everything as well at the moment. If you want to check them out, all the info can be found on my YouTube channel. Just got a gateway starting here myself, just droning up. I think I'm going for 15 hatch, so I can take this position over here straight away. In the meanwhile, over here, got one barracks building, just a supply depot going down, taking a gas at the around 10-11 minute mark, 10-11 supply mark, which is fairly early, I would say. I'm not really expert on Terran timings or anything like that. I don't really know a lot about Terran. But I guess that's quite early, so probably be seeing some aggressive marauder action or something like that, possibly going for some tech or something like siege tanks. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen, but we're going to see that in just a minute. So my friend's just putting down a pylon. As I said to him, we've got to make sure that we keep those back rocks in our vision at all times, so we don't get like sneaky attack coming through there or anything like that. Over here in the meanwhile, got my drone stuck, didn't manage to get into the base as they did wall off straight away as well. Yeah, I've got the orbital command going down for the first Terrans. I think they're actually doing diverse builds, not just mirroring their builds. Bit strange, only got one worker on each gas there. It's probably forgotten about it, because you could just get one gas and put 3 workers in it. It would be much more efficient. But here we go. He's putting all those workers on gas, so he's going to be going for some heavy tech, and over here we're probably going to have more sort of standard play. As standard as it gets, really. Possibly fast expansion or something like that, I don't know. But we'll see. So over here, just got the spawning pool going down, got the gas running already. In the meanwhile, my friend is just boosting his cybernetics core, putting down some simulators, getting that gas going, so you can get some of this tech and some of the units out early. So we can, I think we were actually saying that we were going to go for a timing push or something in this game. I'm not really sure, but we'll get into that in just a minute. So I've got the first cell out over here. In the meanwhile, my drone's just doing some scouting at the front, just seeing whether they're taking the expansion out here, and just popping up the ramp to see what exactly is going on in their base. Over here we've got like a double racks going down from both players, or well, already down from both players, getting a tech lab on here, and just pumping out a few marines and marauders really. So I've got my overlord positioned over here. Snuck him around the back to make sure that I can get some scouting in when needed in the later stages of the game. He's taking his second gas now, still no expansion yet. I've got my expansion up and running, got the first queen coming out here and another queen coming out here. Speed upgrade for the lings, 2 lings here to scout a little bit, and in the meantime my friend's just sticking down a Twilight Council, also another gateway, so that's going to be helping him to get his tech on the way. So if I remember rightly, by the looks of things, he's going to be going for DTs or something the likes. I'm not sure, maybe High Templar, maybe just like Blinker, Blink, or Charge Upgrade or something like that, but we'll see what's going to be happening. These games, we did actually manage to qualify for Gold League in the end. So I guess these games are going to be around Gold League level, something like that. But yeah, it's pretty entertaining still, not perfect or anything like that, but yeah. So what have we got here? We've got a factory, we've got another factory going down, engineering bay over here, Getting some tech up, got a few units over here, got a few units over here, so just splitting their forces, making sure that they've got their base nicely defended and everything. We've got another barracks coming down, so it's just like 3 racks and a factory, so I'm guessing there's probably going to be an orbital command coming down. Fear of muters or something like that. I mean, it's pretty blindly just throwing down those turrets, because I don't think we've got a spire or any air on the way yet, and they haven't scouted anything like that yet, so, you know, it's kind of like, well, better be safe than sorry. Yeah, so it's not really a lot going on, still early stages of the game, not a lot of aggression or anything like that. I think I just sent my Lings over and do a little bit of scouting, see what's going on. I've got the watchtower up here so I can see if he's moving out. Yeah, just droning up quite heavily, getting the saturation on both of these bases going. Over here in the meantime we have got the Templar Archives actually coming out, so we're going to be seeing some High Templar as he's getting the Psionic Storm upgrade for his High Templar as well, just warping in some more Stalkers, and yeah, just I think positioning them out front. I'm not sure what exactly he's doing here, he might be going for a push or something. This game's actually, I only played yesterday, but I really can't remember what's happened. This is actually really strange. But then again, I've had a busy day, just came back from work, so, you know, got a lot of other things on my head as well. Yeah, then in the meantime, I'm going for my third. My friend, he's taking down the rocks at the back here, so he can take gold second, late gold second. So he's got all his upgrades and everything. The Terran army in the meantime is starting to look scarier and scarier, so I think we actually need to start pumping out some units, otherwise we're going to start falling behind. A lot of idle workers in this base, I've noticed in the early stages of the game as well. I mean, yeah, Gold League I guess. So there's the command center for the teal Terran going down, and the purple Terran still not expanded. Excuse me. And yeah, just getting down my infestation pit. I think I'm going to get the pathogen glands upgrade in just a minute, throwing down a spire as well, just going the standard tech route pretty much, you know. Banelings, Lings, Infestors, and then also Broodlords for the late stages of the game. I don't think I'm really going to be needing any, what they called, any Corruptors. But you never know, they're always handy. Might throw down some Banshees, might throw down some Vikings or something like that to counter my Broodlords, so you never know. They're always handy to have just a few in your army mix. I mean, they can always be turned into Broodlords to attack the ground army in the later stages, but yeah, that's all good. So, positioning the army back in his main base, the back rocks nicely protected with 2 cannons, taking his second in the meantime. Over here I'm scouting that they're not going to be taking the expansion over here, as that's, yeah, probably the main point of fighting. Well, later stages when all the other expansions have been mined out and taken up, that's probably where the fight for territory is going to be happening, so I want to make sure that we've got that covered, vision of sight, in case they try to expand there. A little bit of oversaturation going on here, but I think there's going to be a transfer coming down. Yeah, there is, transfer coming down. And then over here I've got, I think, pretty much perfect saturation. Yep. And then over here it looks pretty good as well. So, could be a few more, but then again I did just saturate the drones down, so you know. I'll be catching up with that in just a second. So, my friend, here we go. There's a scan going down. They're scouting us. So there might be some pushes coming. I mean, that's usually a great mark for me. When I see like the Terran scans, I usually always send a Ling up his ramp, always make sure I've got a Ling positioned outside of the base and stuff like that, just to make sure that I can see if they're actually going to push out. Also make sure that I have my overlords in position so I can scout any incoming medivacs or, well, medivac drops or anything like that, just to be safe. But yeah, I did notice that it's kind of a little bit of a trend or something like that, that the Terran tends to scout literally just before they're going to be moving out. So, in the meantime, the purple Terran is taking his second expansion at the, well, I guess it's kind of a natural. Got a Raven over here, just Marine Marauder Force. Got two siege tanks out by the looks of things, some Thors in production, also got some Banshees on the way. Then, yeah, some upgrades. base is pretty much saturated. Looks a bit, yeah, it looks a bit low. I was just about to say. Over here, that looks a bit low, although it's actually fine. And then over here, yeah, a bit low as well. So it could be doing with a few more SCVs. In the meantime, my friend's taking his third. I think I'm gonna be going for like a fifth pretty much soon. For a fourth, sorry. Then we've got the banelings on the way, spreading that creep to give me vision and basically be able to counter anything that's going to be incoming, make it a little bit easier for myself. Got these overlords spread it around everywhere, pooping and yeah, spreading that creep as well. So here's the spire. So I'm just going to need to get up to Hive Tech and then I will be alright because I can get my Broodlords and my Corruptors out. So over here you can see the third for my friend is starting to go up, the second has gone up and is starting to be saturated with drones. Just putting up a small defense perimeter, I guess, like siege tank. It's always good to have like 1, 2, 3. I don't know, I'll probably put like 2 siege tanks or something like that on the high ground here, just because the army will get shot basically whilst they're trying to go past, and yeah, going through the back rocks probably not such a good idea, seeing as there is quite a hefty force right there as well waiting. So we've got double starport from the Terran producing banshees. Let's see how much they're actually going to be able to do. Over here, got my Lings, I think just sending them in for another round of scouting or something like that. First few Corruptors are coming out, and yeah, just pretty standard game. I mean, it's really not a lot of aggression. This is actually really funny. I'm not sure whether this is actually completely in the right position. It seems like it's a little bit further away from the mineral line than it should be. My Overlord is pooping here, so he can't actually place any buildings. But then he did remind me to move that away so he can actually continue just building up some base there. And yeah, in the meantime, I think this is the point where we were both just like massing up a little bit of army, just trying to locate it. Here we go. It's pretty spread out, but the main part of my friend's army is over here. Just got like 5 High Templars, quite a few Stalkers, a few Zealots, 2 Free Sentries. So pretty standard. I mean, yeah, versus Terrans, probably good to get some Colossi out, but then again he thought, you know, it's going to be Terran, Gold League, so most likely pretty heavy Marine Marauder Ball or something like that, so decided to go for that for them Storms, and me as well with my Fungals, hold them in place, a few Banelings and stuff, you know, should be able to clean up anything that comes our way pretty easily. So I'm going to run my Link straight in there, getting absolutely annihilated by 4, 5 tanks, 2 Thors, few Marines, few Marauders. I mean, this is like really, this is the definition of turtle mode, I guess. Although there's a planetary fortress missing, sort of guarding the entrance right about here or something like that. So yeah, I'm just madly expanding all over the map, taking another 2 expansions up here, making sure that we're going to be securing this area for ourselves. The Terran in the meantime, sending over a Raven, throwing down a few auto turrets to try and deny those expansions from going up, but I don't think they're actually going to be able to do